Hey guys, this is Tony from A Reliable Lawn Care. I wanted to do a review. It's been a few weeks now since I've been running this mower. It's the Husqvarna HU 800 all-wheel drive. There's pros and cons to it, like I guess any mower would be and have. We'll start with the engine. The pro is, of course, it's a Honda 190cc Honda engine. No choke, no bulb, no priming. Engage, pull, starts. Has every time. First pull, very light pull. Cold starts, warm start. It does not matter. It starts. That's a pro. The all-wheel drive system is it's handy. It'll definitely pull you wherever you need to be pulled to. It'll definitely get and it'll definitely go. The belts, they will rattle a little bit underneath there when you're giving it gas up here, because this is basically what this is here. It's gas. You squeeze it, you go faster. It's up to you on how quickly you want to, use it. It's pretty easy to adjust right here, and you make it, to your liking. The grips as they lay down, very comfortable, very padded. Moves well on the sides of hills. It's very heavy because of the all-wheel drive system. The engine's a little bit big. It is very heavy. It does well on the side hills. What I have found is just don't throttle it. If you're on the side of a hill, just kind of push it slowly. You might be able to bump it a little bit with a throttle. When going around trees, it's best to really push it yourself. A lot of people may say just bump the gas a little bit to pull you around it. But those tires will spin quickly. It's a very fast engine. It's a very fast mower, so those tires will spin quickly, and I've noticed that I'll get a rut here or there around a tree. So once I've stopped gunning it around a tree and doing burnouts, it does better. The way to adjust, as you can see right here, spring loaded. So you pop it up, pull it to where you want, and it'll lock in. It's spring loaded. I don't like that it's one for every wheel. I don't think anybody really enjoys that compared to what's out on the market today. There's so many newer ways of doing this than that. Works well though. It does the trick. You can see they're in the front there too. The side chute has a lock-in, so this locks in, unlocks. Pull this up to put the side discharge on there. I don't like this side discharge. It's works well, but it shoots it more down towards the ground than what I prefer. It's got a good spray to it, and it needs to get it out there. Spread it out a little bit more. It just kind of seems to chuck it back right here. It's okay though, because when you go back over it, it does such a good job. So far, wet grass has not really been a huge problem. Here in Ohio, we don't cut every 10, 14 days a lot of times. We're cutting 5 to 10 days, especially at this time. And then when we get to July, even then sometimes, we're still cutting every week, if not taking at least a ½ inch off every week. A lot of moisture in the air up here, even though we do get some really nasty thick heat. We also get that moisture from the atmosphere. So it stays okay here. So I'm cutting green, wet fescue grass with this thing sometimes. And out of all of the yards, I've had one where I've had to make 2 stripes. I had to go over it twice in just 4 stripes. I didn't have to do it in the whole yard. Just about 4 stripes through the real thick, wet Vescu that I have to go over it twice. It doesn't really bog down. It seems to do well through the thick of it all. It doesn't, I guess you could say, with the 190cc, which is what you see on a lot of the 2-bladed mowers, being on a single blade, it really it don't mess around. And I threw a nice little edge on those blades myself, as you should, and they came with gator blades from the factory. So runs great, looks great. Now, so far, after every time I've cut, I have come home and I've rinsed it out. You know, I've used that and I've cleaned it, and it does well. It doesn't clump real bad. I don't get a lot of scraping that I have to do to this thing. And I'll use this equal to that. This very rarely ever needs scraped. But that's another adventure. Anyways, all-wheel drive, helpful. The blades run across, the belts run across here on this other side over here. It does good. The cons, really, there isn't a whole lot. It is a little heavy, but that's compared to, I guess you could say, what we're all used to. 22-inch. I bag a lot, and with the mulcher, I can do some of these yards that I was using 3 or 4 bags in their front yard. I'm doing their whole yard, front and back, with just 2 dumps of that bag there. And it's not necessarily because of the size of the bag as much as it is this thing just cuts everything up really good. It's got a good belt speed and works well, so cool. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you got anything out of this if you're ever looking into the purchase of one of these. It's a good little mower. Commercially, and that's what I do, it has worked well and it has held up. And the good thing about it is, once you spray out the underneath, you just pull the hose off, spray the rest of it off, and it's back to normal just about every time you're done with it. Just about. Anyways, hope you like it, guys. See you.